All right, you guys. So I'm going to give you the cold, hard truth, but I promise you this information is going to completely change your perspective on things. And this is coming from one entrepreneur to another, okay? And I wish I knew this sooner. You're an entrepreneur. Whether you want to believe it or not, you are an entrepreneur, you're an aspiring entrepreneur. Content creation is entrepreneurship, okay? Because you don't have a boss, you are your own boss. Even if you haven't started making money yet, even if it can't sustain your lifestyle yet, you are still an entrepreneur, okay? So this is coming from a place of love and from experience. One of the biggest things that I wish I knew sooner is that you have to be willing to invest in yourself. What do I mean by that? A lot of the times we think, if you haven't shifted your mindset yet, a lot of the times we think that we're spending money on things and I can't afford to spend money on this. Okay, let's break it down. Anything that you spend money on that's going to make you money, I want you to start looking at it as I am investing, I am circulating, okay? Because it's going to make you more money. If you've caught my lives and I talk about using Canva and how you have to upgrade to Pro so you can get more templates and more features, some of you guys will be on the live talking about, oh, I don't have money to spend. You're not spending it, number one, you are investing it. And I also want you to start looking at this perspective. What is it costing you not to? Okay, you have the price and you have the cost. So the price, for instance, Canva, is $14.99 a month to upgrade. But the cost of not having it, what is that? That is all of the sales, all your digital product sales that you don't sell because you don't have templates. This is all of the YouTube videos that you can't get people to click on because you don't have YouTube thumbnails, okay? I want you to understand that anything that you are spending money on that's going to bring you money back is an investment, okay? When you go and you buy sneakers, you've spent money. Those sneakers are not going to make you any money back unless you are creating content on sneakers. Maybe you're a sneakerhead, so that's your niche. But if that's not it, you are spending money, okay? There's no return there. Now, I want to break this down even further. This is what I wish I knew sooner. The sooner you can start to realize that anything that you spend money on is going to make you money and that it's an investment, the sooner you can start progressing on your journey. I wish I knew years and years and years and years ago that education is not free, okay? Sure, there's a lot of free information online. YouTube, Google, TikTok. You can learn a lot of stuff online. But the power of having someone who's more knowledgeable than you, who's already done what you're trying to do, who's where you want to be, the power of being able to talk to them is priceless. It's priceless. Let me explain. Every week, I pay for mentorship. There's someone that I pay for who makes a lot of money, who I aspire to be like, right? She is a master at her craft of sales, okay? And I have been paying for her knowledge for years. For years. Because she teaches me what I don't already know, okay? And even the things that I thought I knew, I was misinterpreting those things. And I wasn't applying the things properly to my business to make my business grow. Okay? Sure, you can take all the free information that you gather from YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and you can try to figure out where to apply it, right? But understand the power of your environment. Understand that who you know plays a huge role in your level of success in anything. And I'll explain. For years, I tried to lose weight. For years. I was overweight damn near my whole life. And once I graduated college, it got worse. I got up to 340 pounds. Yes, 340 pounds was my heaviest weight. And for years, I would go online and try to find ways to lose weight for free. Okay. And from the information I was finding, it was being in a caloric deficit and burn calories. So I did what most people do, and I kept doing it for years, and it never worked. I would cut calories to extreme numbers, like only eating 1,000 calories a day or less, and I would hop on a cardio machine for an hour to try to burn 500, 600 calories, right? That's what most people do. And the reason why I was never able to be successful at all those weight loss journeys that I tried every single year and then would just gain the weight back and then some was because I was still doing it wrong. I was still doing it wrong. I got so tired of always failing at trying to lose weight that I finally decided to take a new approach. Okay, because what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So this time around, I decided to hire a personal trainer, someone who had more knowledge than me, someone I aspired to be like. He's very in shape. He knows what he's talking about, right? And he's vegan. I'm vegan. Imagine that. I only became vegan because I was around him and his influence. Okay. So let's proceed. What did I learn? Not to be on a cardio machine for an hour. What did he have me doing? 20 minutes of cardio, and the other 40 minutes that we were in the gym, we were doing weightlifting. The key to weight loss is weightlifting. For those of you guys who are fitness influencers or aspiring fitness creators, you already know that. You already know that. And if you don't, now you do. But your everyday person does not know that. They don't know that. Okay? He had me in a caloric deficit, so I was right there. I was correct there, being in a caloric deficit to lose weight. Remember what I said? I was only trying to eat 1,000 calories because in my mind was, well, if you eat less, you'll lose weight. True, to a certain extent. He had me eating 1,500 calories a day. So I was actually able to eat more. You know what that did? I wasn't hungry. I wasn't starving myself. I was able to sustain that. The reason why I could never keep going with the diet plan I created was because after a week or two, I was hungry, right? 1,000 calories is not that much. So not only did he allow me to eat more food, okay, and still lose weight, I also didn't have to sit on a cardio machine for an hour because I learned that you have to build muscle in order to lose fat. I didn't know that. Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that. Imagine if I paid for his knowledge or any personal trainer's knowledge years before I did. I could have been lost the weight. I could have been lost the weight. But me, like most people, think that I can get all the information that I need for free online. To a certain extent. To a certain extent. The power of being around somebody who is doing what you want to do, who has succeeded at what you wish to succeed at, and who is giving you the knowledge, someone who you are able to reach out to with questions, it's priceless. It's priceless. Back to my mentor. What I've learned from her the past 2 years that I've paid for mentorship is what takes a lot of people years upon years upon years to learn because they don't want to pay for mentorship, because they would rather be cheap. People are cheap. But it's crazy because we're only willing to be cheap with certain things. A lot of us have degrees that we don't even use. I myself owe the government $40,000 in student loans for a bachelor's degree that I don't use. Some of you guys owe more than that for a bachelor's degree that you don't use, or you started school but didn't even finish it. So you don't even have the degree in your possession, right? There's no judgment. A lot of people do that because a lot of people just don't know, right? Well, you're an entrepreneur. You're a content creator or you're an aspiring content creator. And this is the best advice I could give you. Stop being cheap and pay for information. The best investment that you can ever make is the investment on yourself. learning how to be better at stuff, learning how to be better content creators, learning how to be good at sales, learning how to be good at marketing. These are the things that make your business operate. If you don't master content creation, if you don't master sales, if you don't master marketing, you will not be able to make money online. You will not be able to make money online because you don't have the tools to know what to do, okay? You don't know what to do. You just don't know. How can you do what you don't know? How can you do what you don't know? Let me give you an example. My mentor recently told me that, and things change. Things that used to work 2, 5, 10 years ago may not work today, right? Things are constantly evolving, okay? My mentor told me people love bundles. This is free game. People love bundles. People love to feel like they got all of their money's worth and then some. And you never want somebody, and think about your own personal experience. You never want somebody to feel like they didn't get their money's worth. Would you like to feel like you didn't get your money's worth? No. And if you did feel like you didn't get your money's worth, would you be likely to buy something from that person again? No. Exactly. People want a lot. People want to feel like they got a lot of stuff, okay? You want your offer to be so good that the person you're telling about it is like, wow, all of that for blank? Like you want that gasp. Like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Now, some people will never buy. You could offer them the world and back and they'll never buy. That's fine. But when you have an offer that's too good to be true, that's when you make a sale. That's when you make a sale. And a lot of people, including myself at one point, did not know that. When you invest in yourself and you purchase knowledge, I call it cutting the line. You're cutting the line. You're learning what takes people years to learn in a short period of time because you've paid for someone's knowledge. The knowledge that took them years to acquire. The errors that they had to make, the mistakes that they had to make to learn what to do. Right? Right. It took me a long time to know that I had to post every day in order to promote my brand. Most people don't know that. You probably didn't know that. A lot of you guys are sitting on YouTube channels that you haven't monetized, that you've had for years. Because you didn't know that you have to post every day. You didn't know that, right? But how would you know? How can you do what you don't know? It's impossible. You don't know it, so you can't do it, right? But if you know, now you know. And when you know, now you can do it, right? So I encourage you to stop looking at things that are going to make you money as spending it and start understanding that you are a business. You are a business. You are a brand. And that requires investment. That requires investment. And the best thing you can invest in is yourself. Because once you know how to do something, now you can implement that into your business and you can start to see a return on it. Okay? So I wish I knew that sooner. Now that I do know these things, I will always and forever invest in mentorship. I will always and forever invest in personal training. Even when I get into the best shape, I'm already at the best shape of my life, but even when I get even more lean and even more cut up and even more stronger, I will forever pay for personal training. Because even when you think you know enough, you never know everything. You will never know everything. You will never know everything. Never. It's impossible. And again, the power of being around people, whether it's face to face or Zoom calls or being able to text somebody with a question or whatever, that is priceless. That's priceless. It's all about your environment and who you have access to. I can text my personal trainer if I have a question about a workout or a meal or something, if is it good or bad for me. I can text my mentor and ask her what she thinks about this or what she thinks about that. Because these people have been doing these things longer than me. And the only way to get knowledge and experience is by doing it. I'll never be able to have more experience or more knowledge than someone who's been doing it for 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is. You'll never be able to catch up. So instead of constantly making mistakes because you're being cheap, just think about, what is it going to cost you? And for most of you guys, it costs you hundreds and thousands of dollars each year, because that's the money you could make if you were willing to invest in yourself. But because you want to be cheap, that's all of the money that you don't make, because you don't have the knowledge, because you're not willing to invest in yourself. So I just wanted to share that with you. You are a business owner. You are a business owner, and running a business means investing in your business, which is investing in yourself. And knowledge is priceless. And so because I've purchased so much knowledge over the years, any business that I choose to run, I'll be able to take that knowledge and apply it to that. And I'm skipping the line because I have the information from previous stuff that a lot of people don't have. How was I able to grow this YouTube channel so fast? This particular one that you guys are watching right now. Because I was able to take the knowledge that I learned from other platforms that I've built and apply it to this one. But you can't do that if you don't know. How can you do what you don't know? So I hope you think about that. I hope you start thinking about ways you can invest in yourself and understand that you are worth the investment, and understand the cost of not doing it. Bye, you guys.